This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So I'm going to start with the fundamentals first. Later on towards the end, we will go deep inside of the resume, and I'll show you guys some examples. At the end of this presentation, I'm going to put my email address. So if you want, you can send me an email. I'll be more than happy to help you guys if you would like to polish your resume, or if you want me to take a look at it. Okay. So let's get started. So all of us, all the professors that are teaching you, we went through this one. We were like you once upon a time. We were students. We were wondering about what we are going to do. So we went through this path. So the story that I'm going to share with you guys, it is a real story. This is from our life. Okay. So first of all, let's do a graphical representation. So instead of talking too much, simply expressing the thoughts in a little bit more visual way, so you'll be able to understand it easily. So as you can see, this is you, and this is today, and you have some goals. You would like to reach a position. So the main point here is that you have to have a clear idea about what the position that you would like to be, because the education, it is simply helping you to improve your skills. The diploma that you are looking for, it is going to help you to prove that you have the skills. Okay, they are not goals, they are the vehicles. Okay, so you have to clearly set this one. So the goal has to be clearly set, and then the vehicle, it is going to be the education, all the training that you are going to get and reach that position. If you don't have that clear goal, it doesn't matter what kind of education you are taking, it doesn't matter how many credits you are taking, it is not going to help you that much. It will help you, but not that much. So this is a clear and easy way and a short way to reach your goals or your expectation from the life. Okay. So what is your goal? The goal has to be it has to be something related to your desire, your expectations, and then I don't know what you want to be. That is going to be a position. The goal has to be a position in the market. So without goal, without a clear goal in mind, there is no way that you will be able to achieve it. I don't know if you guys watch the Olympics and everything. So these guys, they are, when they start to jump, so I don't know if you remember that, they don't jump right away. They first look at the pole, look at the target, they focus that one, then after that they will simply execute it. So without a clear goal, there is no way this guy is going to jump. So everything has to be done mentally first. Everything has to be done mentally first. So mentally, you have to prepare yourself for that position. If you don't have that goal, it's not going to help you. You're going to spend a lot of time and money, and you're not going to go any other places. Okay, you're going to spin the wheel, and you will see so many people like that and say that I got education, I have my university degree, so I'm still looking for a job. Why? Why you are still looking for a job? Okay, so the reason is that then when they start their education, they did not have a clear goal. Their goal was to get the diploma. Diploma cannot be the goal. Diploma, it is the target. I mean, diploma, it is the vehicle. So that should be a position that you really want to be. Okay, so once you have that, then the stick, as you can see here, it is going to help you to reach that goal. Okay. So remember, the first thing is that you have to have mental preparedness. You have to prepare yourself mentally. You have to visualize where you want to be. Then after that, it's simply going to improve your skills. Okay. So my recommendation is that this is an industry recommendation. As a student still taking courses, still you have time to improve yourself. You have to figure out at least 3 positions in near future, maybe in a couple of years, maybe in 3 years or 5 years. Okay, now those are the positions that I would like to be. What that position is that. Okay, this is a difficult part of resume. Okay, this is the difficult part of getting ready for the market. Okay, so you have to know the market well. You have to know which position that is going to be fulfill your demands, your needs, your desire. Okay. It takes time to find this one, or you may already have it. Some people, they may already have the position in mind. I would like to be like this. It may not be 100% clear, but I would like to be something like this. Okay, these are the position has to be clearly set. And the second thing is that while preparing your resume, you have to take a look at yourself, just looking at yourself on a mirror. So what are the skill set you have? Okay, remember, you have a goal. There is a target that you would like to reach. Let's assume that there are 3 positions. You like them because your friend has one of them, your uncle has one of them, and you would like to be with them, okay? So those positions is to be clarified, and you're just going to look at yourself and see, some of the skills that you have, it is related to position number 1. It's a kind of red, matching red. Some of the skills that you had throughout the years, they are matching to the position number 3, that the greens. Some of the skills that you have, it is matching to the position number 2. As you can see, there is no big match, okay? Some skill sets are kind of related to position 1, some of them. And also you have some skills that has nothing to do with any positions, and also you may be lacking some skills, okay? So what you are going to do, remember, you are young, you have time. So next step is, okay, we are going step by step. Step number 1, set the goals, find the positions. Okay, that position should be something reachable. Don't make it too big, too unreachable. That should be something reachable. So how are you going to find out reachable goals? Look at the people, look at your relatives and friends, the people that you know they are 5 years before you, 5 years older than you, and they are having good jobs. They have good lives, if you will. Okay, just look at the people that you know they are a little bit older than you, not too much, a little bit older, maybe 5 or 10 years older than you, and now they have a nice job or they are happy. So that may be the position that you are going to look for, okay? The second one is that you're just going to look at yourself and see which sections of your skills is strong and what are the weaknesses. This has to be done by yourself, or you can have another part to take a look at it. The next step, the third one is that remember we had the 3 targets. Just focus on one of them. Just focus on 1 or 2 of them, okay? Because there is no way that you can improve your skills for that 3 position, okay? So you are going to improve some of them. You are going to improve some of them. Just narrow down your position. This is the one I like it most, I guess. This is the one that I would like to be. And then, so you narrow down. Now what you are going to do, you are going to improve your skills. This is the position I would like to be, and you have to take a look at it, what kind of skill set they are looking for that position. You can look at the job positions, postings. You can attend the job fairs. Highly recommend it. Go and see. If you may not be ready for the job, doesn't matter. Okay, just you will be ready in a couple years. So why don't you look at it from now? Just look at it now and see what kind of skills they are looking for, and then try to earn them. Try to, okay? So you can take courses with respect to the area. You can learn new skills. You can teach certain things by yourself, thanks to the internet. Remember, there are so many things available. And another thing is that, remember the mindset. You have to visualize yourself in that particular position. You have to follow the people. You have to follow the people in social media, the one that you would like to be. Okay? Remember, you have to have that clear vision. So why don't you follow you can follow the people, you can follow the expert, or you can follow the media. Okay? So that is an important one there. It has to be in your life. You guys have these computers, right? These handheld computers. These are no longer phone. These are powerful computer. Why don't you use it for your own purpose? Okay. Someone is. Can you mute your phone, mics, please? You can talk at the end. Okay. That's instruction. If you can mute, this background noises, I'll appreciate it. I cannot mute them. I don't have the privileges. Okay, so what we are saying that the position has to be clearly defined, and then now you look at yourself, you are not that much strong. You are not that much strong. So what you are going to do, you have to improve your skills. You have to improve the skills for that position. Remember, you have something in mind. If you don't have that mindset, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, okay? You cannot take here and there courses. You have to have a clear mindset. And then you have to follow the market leaders in that area, and you have to be aware of that. Remember, you are preparing yourself. You have to be that visually, even though you are still student. And then you will be attending the job fairs. Nowadays, there are virtual job fairs here and that, and see what they are talking about, see what they are looking for. And then as a last thing, that when you feel ready, your documents that you're going to submit, the documents which are going to go through their system, which is going to be probably your resume, your cover letter, and everything, has to be checked by a third party. Someone else has to be read it, because you may not going to see your own mistakes. So there are companies, they will do professional editing for you, so you can have them take a look at your cover letter and resume. They will polish it. The reason why I'm going to come to that point, okay? I'm going to come to that point. This is the education part. This is the place that this is the section you're just going to improve yourself. But if you don't have that idea in mind, it's not going to happen. Okay? You have to dream it first. Then you improve your skills. So now you are pretty much approaching end of your education life. Okay. So now you are getting close to that position. Of course, so it's simply going to apply. The one thing that you have to make sure that you are doing all of this. You are doing all of this. Make sure that your background has high correlation with the position. That is, we are not expecting 100% match. No, high correlation. Okay? So your skill set, the one that you build throughout the years, it has to have high correlation relationship with the position that you are looking for. If that high correlation is established, then you are ready to go. Okay. So increasing the correlation. How are you going to increase the correlation? You have to know what kind of skills they are looking for. You have to take a look at the job positions, advertisements, required backgrounds, and everything. So you just kind of have improve yourself to get close to that one. And then what? Then this is the application process. Okay, application process. It has three stages. Number one is that first interaction with the position. Of course, you have to find a position first. If you are following the social media, if you are following the companies that you would like to work in social media, you can easily pinpoint their job advertisements. But if you are not sure about this one, so you have to go and find the position, the companies that you are planning to be applying, and then you are going to craft your first email or cover letter. Depends on the application. Some applications will require cover letter. Some applications that you have to write an email and send your resume as an attachment. Some of them simply ask you to fill out some forms and upload your resume there. So whatever you are going to do in this first step has to be perfect. Okay. The reason is that you are not English major. You are not applying a journalism job, right? You're not going to be writing books, anything. So why there is so much emphasis on this grammar and language? The reason is that the first person who's going to review your application, it is not your immediate supervisor. The first person who's going to look at your resume, that is going to be either secretary or HR department, or in some cases computer we're going to take a look at. So they may not be that much knowledgeable about the technical details. They will look at it just from the outline of your first interaction. Okay, so this is an important part. Even though it is simply introduction, it is simply just trying to apply the job. This has to be the language has to be here very clear, and also it has to be perfect. You cannot do this by yourself. It doesn't matter your English level. You have to seek help. You have to have someone else to take a look at. Okay? So when this one is ready, you will call the cover letter or the forms that you are going to fill out. Now you go to the next step. The next step is that resume. Okay? You are preparing the resume. Make sure that there is going to be a big correlation between your background and the position. This is what you are declaring, that this is your goal. Okay, you just with your resume, you are telling to people that look at me, I am ready. That is the message you would like to send. Resume is not the one that's going to give you the job. resume, it is not the only one which will help you to get a job. No. Resume is just one part of it, okay? So you build your resume. Again, as always, the final version of the resume has to be seen by a third party. If you want, you can seek a professional help. That it should be perfect in terms of the grammar and notations and everything, okay? Who's gonna read your resume? Depends on the company. In some cases, your resume is gonna be reviewed by the HR person. In some cases, your resume is going to be reviewed by one of those committee members or hiring committee, okay? Or your resume is going to be reviewed by a department secretary, okay? Or in some cases, your resume is going to be reviewed by a computer, okay? So all of these we'll be looking for if your resume is close to the position, okay? None of this is going to be your immediate supervisor. They may not go know the technical details that much. They would like to see that if there is a clear match. They would like to see that if your skill set, if your resume, your experience, it is going to fulfill the minimum requirements of the position. If your resume went through the filter, if your resume, it is going to pass through the initial selection process, then what is the next step? Next step is the interview, okay? So what is the goal from the resume? Why we are preparing the resume? The resume goal is get the interview, that's it, okay? Resume itself is not gonna help you to land a job. Resume will help you to get the call for the interview, okay? As soon as you got the call for the interview, you got the invitation for the interview, or maybe a live video communication, maybe a recording, whatever, then you put aside your resume. Thank you resume, that's it. You're just gonna put it aside. Now you are gonna go and prepare yourself for interview skills. This is another job. So here we are gonna talk about how we are gonna prepare your resume, but there should be another training. There should be another training where you will be able to see how we are gonna do job interviews, okay? You may be the smartest person alive, you may know everything, but if you cannot present yourself, if you don't have good presentation, if you are not going to present your background, if you don't have the good interview skills, not good. Okay, I've seen, I hire people and I fire people. I know how it works, okay? Then after that, the interview goes well, and congratulations. You achieve this pipeline, this process, and you land a job, okay? This is how the system is working in the United States. Of course, our goal is just focusing on the resume part. So let's take a look at the resume. This is what we are gonna focus in. Okay, and okay, so the main, the first rules for the resume, it has to be 1 page, maximum 2 pages, depending, assuming that you are a graduate student. If you're a professional student, or if you're a professional person, you have so many years of experience, and you are applying to a really high-level job, that is going to be a little bit more than 2 pages. In some cases, they will ask your CV. In United States, resume is not equal to CV. I know in some countries, they use it for the same ways, okay? Resume, it is a summary of your skills. And in resume, you will show them only the areas that is related to job, not everything that you have, okay? Only the areas in your background that match the job. But if it is something like faculty position in universities, if it is something in a high-level managerial positions in big companies, at that time they will ask you CV. CV, it is some cases it can go 5 pages, 10 pages, 20 pages, okay? So you are preparing resume. This resume must be prepared based on US business format. For example, in Europe, in European Union, they have their own standard resume format, okay? If someone would like to apply a job within the European Union, we are talking about how many countries, you're just gonna go ahead and fill out that template, the European Union job application template. But United States is different. In United States, they are the template or the things that you have to put, it is different. First of all, they are not expecting you to put your picture there, because that goes to the discrimination. Okay, you cannot put your age there, how old you are, that goes to the discrimination part. So I cannot. And whether you are married or not, these are the questions cannot be asked. Okay, cannot be asked. Okay, so basically, whether you will be able to fulfill the tasks or not. Okay, and then the things that you are going to put your resume has to be related to the position. Okay, if you put fancy stuff, if it is not related to the position, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. Okay. And also, remember that your resume is going to be, depending on the company, maybe it may be going to be reviewed by the machines, the computers. So make sure that the correlation is going to be, the keywords has to be the same. Keyword has to be the same. Let's take a look at an Outlook. So here is a simple Outlook. You can put this one in a LinkedIn. It is going to LinkedIn. You can put whatever you want, because there is no limit there. And the number one rule is that you have to put one email, one phone number. Okay, that email and the phone number, that is the one that is working. Okay, so you cannot impress the people, so that I have 5 emails and 10 phone numbers. It's not going to happen. It has to be something working, because they're going to call you, they're going to send you email, and then that email that you put there, it is the one that you are checking regularly. Okay? And then if you would like to start with education, this is one of the approach. You can put the education or the experience first, but since you are going to simply graduating from a master's degree, you're probably going to put the education first. When you are writing the education, your background education, the first thing that you are going to write that the most recent degree. Okay, so you are assuming that doing Masters of Science and Information Technology at iGlobal University, just going to put it there. Okay, you can put the university's address or web address, URL. And also, if you graduated, if you have a nice, strong GPA, you can put it there. And after that, other university, after that, just going to go like, you don't need to put high school. Of course, you don't need to put high school in this job application. If you have training, so aside from university education, you got some certifications, this is the place you are going to put it there. As always, the most recent one is going to go on top. When it comes to the experience, again, you start from the most recent, you're just going to go back to the history. So first thing is that you have to put in your experience, but you have to put the title of the position. What did you do? Okay. What was the function that you fulfilled? And the dates. Okay. The company name comes later on. We are looking for what you do, what kind of responsibilities that you have taken. That is the important one. So you put the title there, and the position, whatever the position and title you have, and the dates, and company info. You must have company info. You can put that the URL of the company or address of the company, because it has to. So after that, underneath, within 3 to 6 bullet points. Within 3 to 6 bullet, no more than 6 bullet points. You just would like to write down the functions that you accomplished, that you did. Okay, active verbs, numbers. Okay. So if you use software, how long you use that software? If you manage people, how many people that you manage? If you are a manager again, what was the budget that you are in charge of it? So you have to be a little bit specific there. Okay. I was a manager of this software company, means nothing. Okay. I was a manager of the software company with 500 employees, means something. Okay. And the duration, the team size, and the size of the project, all the things has to be as numerical as possible, and then reflect your performance. Okay. The resume is a performance indicator, what you have done so far. What you have done so far, it's going to give an idea to your employee what you can do. Okay. Okay. That is an important one. Your resume just indicating your potential. And the last part, this is the skeleton. This is a very simple one, and you are going to put your skills there. Okay, remember the skills related to position. Okay. And the categorize skills be specific. Level of expertise. I know C++. What do you mean by that? I mean, a person can teach himself or herself C++ in a week, and that person may be using C++ for the last 10 years. One of them is an expert level, the other one is the elementary level. So you have to put a little bit detail there. If you know foreign languages, of course, it will always help. Okay, let's take a look at some examples. And towards the end, I'm gonna give you guys a chance to ask your questions. Here's one example. Okay, so here it is. Let's take a look at this person put the technical skills on the top, which is acceptable. Okay, so start from the technical skills. Here is that the missing part is that he put so many things that, but I don't see that much experience. Let's see if he's putting here some software names. Let's see where he used this one. So it is easy to put this, but let's take a look at it. How many years that person used that software? I don't see anything here, right? As you can see, it is easy to put all these packages, but I don't see anything that he used. Okay, so I would like to see how many years that person used those skills. Here's another one. Okay, so what is that? Okay, nice. Usually this kind of dark things, we don't recommend this one because computers can confuse. Anyway, yeah, put the things, develop technical. See, these are the technical things. So here is the education part. This is just undergrad degree. Of course, we don't like this one. We would like to see the grade. Okay, there should be a grade there. And also, these are some of the things that the person is a kind of undergrad student. He worked here and there, but this person doesn't have a strong background. Take a look at another one. This is maybe a little bit more. Okay, nice introduction, name, address, and everything. Explain. This one starts with the experience. Okay, so nice thing. Developer, nice thing. It explains the position, the company. There has to be a company here, and the dates, and a little bit more thing. Yeah, these are the good things. So a little bit software, which is good. And here is another one. Missing part is that, as you can see, no company name. There should be a company name. It goes like that. In terms of the bullet points are good. Good. This is acceptable. Just the experience part. So take a look at another one here. Okay. So name, address, email, a little bit summary. This is one approach. You may do it or you may not. Kind of try to relate it to with the subject, with the position. Highlights are good, but again, highlight itself is not going to help. I've seen students, they put so many things that when you question and you realize that they don't know that much. They just did it once. Well, let's take a look at the experience here. Time is good. For example, planning process for the team. I would like to see the team size. Working with the develop track backlog items, a little bit numerical things that just indicate that what you have done. Okay, goes like that. The overall picture is good. In this one, we are going to need a little bit more details about what that person did actually. Here there is a similar one. Okay, so highlights, and now of course we are going to take a look at it here and see if there is something that we can attach to. This is another resume outlet. This is kind of nowadays very popular. So kind of a little bit more graphical one. As you can see, nice colors, and then putting some graphical representation with language. This is good if you are going to hand the resume, if you are going to give the resume directly to the person. Okay, you may have this resume like this because when you go to the interview, one of the things that you have to do is that give them your most recent resume. Okay, you bring the copy up like this. They said this is my most recent resume, and then this is going to be nice, good looking. resume, but this may not be read by the computers. You see the the skills, so agile development or cloud management or DevOps, and here is that it is graphically represented, and the software may not recognize that section. The software may not recognize that section. So this type of resume, even though they look nice, but it is not recommended for online submissions. Okay? You can have this one as a PDF. You can send this one as an attachment, and also you will have that your Microsoft Word type. That is good. But this is usually if you are going to meet the person face to face, and you can simply deliver it directly to the person. Okay? This is it in terms of the resume, fundamentals of resume. Okay. Okay, so this is the pipeline. We'll talk. So now I'm ready to take the questions. If you have questions, please, it is your time. I'll be more than happy to answer it. Or you can type the question in a chat room. If you would like to have me to take a look at your resume, and then here's my email address. You can send it to here. This is my direct email address. I'll look at it. Okay. Any question? Anyone has comments or like to go deeper? Or if you don't have anything, you can if you have your resume. Again, my email is there. I'll look at it. I cannot fix your resume. Okay, I'll look at it and give you a feedback, and I'll let you know how we are gonna fix it. And you can go ahead, fix it, and then I can take a look at it one more time. This is the process that you have to do by yourself. Okay.
I think there are no questions.
Yeah.
Are there questions? Okay. Thank you, Dr. Mutlu, for the workshop you provided. You have given a step-by-step for creating an effective resume. For the students, your resume is one tool to market yourself. I hope you learned the skills to build a resume. And if you are not confident about your resume, have a third party to check it. You can consult Dr. Mutlu, or you may send it to me. So once again, Doctor, I hope I will have you again in the future. And to everyone, thank you and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, your resume is fine. You can send me a resume. I can take a look at it. Okay. Make sure it is a Microsoft Word document. I'll be more than happy to respond to your resume.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much, Professor.
Always.